pair of wide receivers who certainly want to be targeted throughout the game. It's Beckham's Giants going up against Watkins' Bills. With that, let's send you up to Orchard Park in Western New York, where we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. While the skies may be ominous, there's never a bad day for football. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New York Giants and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. As we get set here, Charles, we talk about wide receivers. You know, Larry mentioned it in the open, but that's a big spot to look at here in this one.
I think he identified it perfectly because these guys have such an impact on the game nowadays because they throw the ball more than ever. And whether they're throwing it short, medium, or long, can they snatch it out of the air and create even extra yardage with run after catch?
On the return, it's Brandon Tate. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. First series coming up for Buffalo. They trot out there, and Tyrod Taylor will quarterback them this coming year. Some questions with the new coaching regime. What will happen at the quarterback position? What do you think?
I think this new coaching regime, which has a heavy defensive background, will really want to work with Tyrod Taylor because what have we learned in our time together? Defensive coaches hate quarterbacks that are
mobile, and Tyrod Taylor's mobile.
Every bit of that. So when they have that in their midst, they think that they can use that against other teams. So I expect Tyrod Taylor to get every look by the new regime in Buffalo.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here we go. Brand 38.
Now Taylor on first down. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. All right, let's take a look at the offensive starters and the second-round pick out of USC. One to talk about, Robert Woods.
I think a lot of people thought maybe he was ticketed for stardom coming out of USC. Has always been a great route runner, much more of a complimentary receiver, but they could utilize that in a big way and have him open up things in the middle.
Taylor to throw on second down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Charles, for the Giants defense here, looking forward to next season, what do they need to improve and where are they solid?
I think that they'll want to continue to get better at the linebacker position. I think they want to add another pass rusher because Olivier Vernon, who was a free agent pickup in 2016, did a tremendous job coming off the edge. I thought they really shored up the interior with Damon Harrison, a defensive tackle. Landon Collins played at an MVP level on the defensive side of the ball as safety, and Janoris Jenkins became an eraser out on the corner.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
On second down, Taylor. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. As the Giants take the field, we focus in on Eli Manning. Turned 36 back on January 3rd. He's closing in on 50,000 career passing yards. And pending health, hopefully he'll be healthy. He should hit that 50K mark around midseason 2017.
Durable and extremely level. And I think back to when he first came into the league and people were, dinging him for not having more emotion when they watched him play. Well, that so-called lack of emotion is really good for a football team, really good for an offense. And Eli Manning, 211 straight starts and still doing it his way, which is quite good.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They run again with Jennings. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you, because there's 3 levels: defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the 3rd level is leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jerry Hughes. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They Give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. For McCoy this year, 5th time in his 8-year career that he's topped the 1,000-yard mark. Charles, first time he's done it with the Bills, though, finished with 1267.
And he's the type of player that you can build around. And what I mean by that is, as a runner, as a pass catcher, he does a little bit of everything, and he opens up the offense for everyone else around him, the complementary players. But he's a guy, heavy-duty ball carrier, and also get him in space, and he can break people down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. They'll pitch it out to McCoy. And some space here. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 63 yards. And the Bills are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Dan Carpenter now for the extra point. Time running out here on the play clock. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it ends with a LaShawn McCoy touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Manning now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Hey, we got a second here overlooked by the Super Bowl. Some of the awards given out. Matt Ryan, obviously the MVP, but interesting to see Dak and Zeke finish 1-2 in Rookie of the Year, and you expected that.
Yeah, we expect that. Offensive Rookie of the Year, but I loved how Dak handled it. Said he wished he had a knife so he could split it in half so both could have it. And Joey Bosa was the Defensive Rookie of the Year.
And then Man of the Year, that was split between Larry Fitzgerald and Eli Manning.
Yes, and both of them well-deserved it. I mean, it's fantastic to see both of them on the stage getting that award. And the league loves to acknowledge the Man of the Year because it's not just about what you're doing on the football field, what you're doing in the community, how you're making this place a much better world.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Adolphus Washington able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Here's Brad Wing now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. On the return, it's Tate. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now out come the Bills. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the comebacker. That's Watkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
I know the object for us when we call games is to be neutral, but I have to tell you, I'm rooting so hard for Sammy Watkins to have an injury-free next season, just to see everything that he can do and give himself the best opportunity so that we can see it.
Yeah, over the last 2 years, he's missed 11 games. It's tough. The one bright spot for him, though, is Clemson Tigers did win the national championship.
Yeah, I think that's going to give him a little bit of comfort, but what he wants more than anything, a healed foot and a chance to be the #1 receiver he was drafted to be.
And Buffalo wants that, too. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here we go.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Airing it out deep for Woods. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Taylor will throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Charles Clay is tight in the intended target, and it's 4th down.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And our players spotlight now as we turn our attention to Eli Manning. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. They'll begin the drive with Rashad Jennings. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Still 7 down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Manning to throw on second down. And brought in by Jarrell Adams. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And they're going to speed things up here. From midfield, here's Manning. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's got his man, Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 50 yards. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On first down, it's Taylor sliding out of the pocket. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
So after the INT, it's Manning to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first down, Manning surveying the field. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Rashad Jennings, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, You know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly. The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. To throw, it's Manning. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball. There he goes, left side. The 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And a touchdown there to help them expand the lead.
All you're looking for is as much separation between you and the other team as possible. They've got to feel good about what that touchdown gives them.
Now Carpenter to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They come out with one back and three tight ends. One final try now for Manning. Backing up. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Bills right now are doing a good job protecting their house. The Giants know it's always hard to come in and get a win on the road, but they're not out of this one yet. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Bills take it early in the second. McCoy is going to use solid blocking to break free, and he caps off the two-play drive with the score. Bills land the first punch. They have it right at midfield. Here the catch is made way downfield, and this play will go for 6, cutting the deficit to 3.
Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number. Number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. Third down. Here's Jennings. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Now it's Tate. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Let's go!
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9.
Let's go! 38!
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Jennings. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Here's Brad Wing now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. 1-9. Ohio.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down.
Let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38. 91 is the white.
They'll run the option left. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now Taylor, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
When you hear screen, screen, screen on defense, that's a little bit scary because you know a big play might result.
He was so ready to get to part 2 of the screen, he forgot part 1, couldn't get the ball. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. What a spin. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Bills defense now as they head out to defend here. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now, hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You drop an 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Manning going to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Adolphus Washington in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now Manning. He's got time. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back. But it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Manning, gotta have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here's the Giant defense now as they head back onto the field. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3-and-outs, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here, see if they can force another 3-and-out. After the interception, here's Taylor. Stays on his feet, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down.
Let's go! Let's round!
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Play action, it's Taylor. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. Play clock winding down. Taylor. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense.
Let's go! Ryan 38! Ryan 38!
So now it's 1st and goal. Here's the option going right. And he is good. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
Defense. Still 7 down.
Taylor going to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Charles Clay from 3 yards out. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A chance for us now to look at this Bills defense again. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick six, because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone. But their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work out a little bit more.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Manning, and this one hauled in by Will Tye. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. Now this is picked up. He's got daylight. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Carpenter now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Manning to throw on second down. And that's incomplete. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And here come the Bills. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Offside, defense. Still first down.
And this looks to probably be the final play. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. 1 final try now for Manning. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Try to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.